who is thinking about how things could potentially go between the two of you, and they feel a little bit like you drive them crazy. So we have the Ten of Paws, which would be the Ten of Pentacles. And it says, it is a happiness to wonder, it is a happiness to dream. And the King of Wells, or the King of Cups, which says, I was never really insane, except upon occasions when my heart was touched. We have someone here who feels like you are what they've been looking for, but it's still early days, so they're nervous and they feel a little bit crazy for how into you they are. Hello, Carla. Hello, Dracula. How we doing? So there's this like hesitation. They don't really want to talk about you too much to friends or family because they're nervous about how it will be perceived. They're nervous about whether or not they'll be taken seriously or if there's some sort of disappointment that's eventually going to be coming through. Hello, Funny. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Ezio. Hello, Delinia. How are we doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find it in the description box along with more information on how to get additional content as a member. And you can also find my Etsy page if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. Yay! I was supposed to make some more candles last night, but I had too many personal readings. Sorry, guys. All right, let's dive in. What should we use? We're gonna go with the Black Tarot. I don't know why. I can tell that this is somebody who's like falling in love, but it feels to me like this is someone who maybe has dealt with a lot of loss in their life. So it's strange to them to feel so giddy. Hello, See the Gray. How are you doing? I do think it's a good way, but we shall find out. I think this is someone who may have just kind of felt like things were not going to go their way. We have the Tower, the Knight of Spheres, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups in the reverse. This is something that has them curious. They want to know more about you. They need to get to know you. Thank you, Carla. Let me add that for you. What are Jeremy's true intentions? I've added that for you. Thank you, Carla. So this is someone who feels like they need to get to know you better, feels like they are falling in love with you. But again, it's like too soon to talk about you to friends or family because they're still kind of nervous about how it may go. Hello, Indian Bunny. Please do not repeat your messages. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Shayla. Hello, Rachel. I was thinking that might be the case, Carla. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Rumsfeld. How are you doing? Thank you, Ezio. Let me add that for you. Causing. I want to make sure I understand what you want me to, like you want me to see what would be able to help you to clear that. You said clearing. You let me know. I want to make sure I do that. Okay, yes. Awesome. Thank you, Ezio. Hello, Sean. Hello, Eva. 6'7". Hey, Indian Bunny. Just so you know, I'm going to delete your message again. Just so you know. Okay. Wow. You are persistent. I'm putting you in a 10-minute timeout. Indian Bunny, if you just spam my live chat, it doesn't make me want to do anything for you for free. It's just obnoxious to the other people that are in the live chat. If you want me to pull some cards for you, as you can see, there are other people that have done a super chat. You can put your question in there and I will pull some cards for you at the end of the general reading, which would be in about 30 minutes. But please do not spam the live chat. That's just irritating, okay? Hello, electrician. How are you doing today? Hello, Sholin. What's up? Oh, is it a rough day for you? Let's be respectful, shall we, Sholin? Hello, Thinkin. How are you doing? It is 9:12 a.m. Hello, Stacy. How's your day going? This is a tarot reading. We are talking about somebody who is falling in love. I do feel like this is someone who has struggled in the past to feel connected to someone. We've got now the High Priestess and the Three of Wands in the reverse with the Hermit. And I don't generally see these two as divine counterparts. The High Priestess is paired with the Hierophant. But we do have someone here who feels like they have encountered a person that understands them. And because they have walked a rather difficult path, they may have found it challenging to feel understood by others. Because it does feel to me like this is someone who's gone through a dark night of the soul, or maybe they haven't got a lot of people that they consider to be trustworthy in their life. So it's like unexpected, right? I felt like I was just going to have to make do on my own, but now I feel like I'm falling for this person. Two of Spears, which is the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Spears or Five of Pentacles. Whoa, as we go, please chill. That is way too much. Oh, come on, Carla. Pisces are the best. I'm Pisces. I'm totally biased. All right, Sholin. Hello, Hansika. How are we doing today? Thank you to the moderators. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. That means a lot to me. Rumsfeld, if you would like to put your request in a super chat, I will pull some cards for you. Generally speaking, though, there are multiple options, and the closer you get to that day, the more it narrows it down, right? Hello, Andrew. How are you doing? Exactly, Rachel. Happy Monday. Hello, James. How you doing? Thank you, Carla. I appreciate you. I don't appreciate that, Rahul. Would you like to try that again? Hello, game mode. Let's be respectful, and also just a quick reminder, we don't do politics here, okay? Hey, Rumsfeld, you already posted that. Let's not do any repeating messages, okay? Electrician. This... Maybe I shouldn't delete that. Shayla, you can tell me if you want somebody asking if you're single. I do actually have a little bit of a wish that somebody will get married because of meeting each other in the live chat, but Shayla, you get protective of me, so forgive me. I got a little protective of you. Hello, Yashwant. How you doing? Hansika, please do not put your personal information in the live chat. Happy early birthday to you, James. That's valid. So look, we've got someone here who's been used to being on their own. They have tried to find a balance being by themselves, even though it may be a little bit lonely at times. They knew that being happy in a relationship would be, you know, a little bit difficult to find. Hello, Sapphire. How are you doing today? Thank you for the tip. Will I earn bachelor's in biology. Biology is tough. I took a few biology classes. I loved them, but it was like, it's a bit of a grind. When? And hold please. Regarding the competition, other one is in August. Any, let's see, any success in either competition? Does my XG still think of me? Awesome, I have added that for you. Hello. Hello, Redbeard. Everybody out here like, well, I'm single. I'm single. Y'all are funny. Hello, Trevor. How are you doing? It is. It really is. Electrician, can you chill? Right now you are like an exposed wire. You need to like cover that up a little bit. See how I'm using electrician stuff for you? Let's take a cold shower. Hello, Avanish, how are you doing? All right, so there's a choice here as to whether or not they want to pursue something long-term, and I feel like this person is very intrigued, very interested to get to know you better. This is not someone who is opposed to being in love. This is not someone who is scared of commitment. Rather, this is someone who has a very discerning or selective taste. They know what they want in a relationship. They're not interested in settling. They've learned a lot, and they want to be with somebody who understands themselves and how to approach emotional intimacy. This is why they have been a bit of a hermit lately, because they didn't want to get involved with unserious or bad intentioned individuals, but they feel like you are different. So they've been feeling this Eight of Swords energy, like, I can't believe everybody's so lost where it comes to dating, but they feel like you're different. They feel like meeting you is a highlight. It's a departure from the disappointments they have experienced in dating thus far. So it's like when you're excited about something, but you don't want to like spook the person, or you don't want to, what is the word? You know, when you don't want to like spoil it. This is like, I'm being quiet, or I'm just kind of being patient because I want to make sure this is what I actually think it might be. Hello, Mr. Bites. What's up? Hello, Jacob. Hello, Darth Nerd. What's up? Oh, Lord. You asked, Mr. Bites, what my favorite card is. I might have an opportunity to show it to you later. It's a very specific card. It's the Queen of Swords in the Egyptian Tarot. That would be my favorite card of all time. Although there's some new competition because there's some new tarot decks that have been added. I love that, Carla. Temperance is an excellent choice. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. This person feels like you are driving them a little bit crazy. So it's kind of like, I don't know if I should trust my intuition at this point, because I'm like a little bit haywire right now. Things are a little bit crazy. They like how they feel around you, but they also feel like they need to cool off a little bit and see how they feel the next day. You know what I mean? Very excited to get to know you better, but still a little bit nervous. All right, we're going to use the Yoshitaka Amano Tarot. Shayla, I summoned a demon dragon to eat the souls of anyone who'd like to prey on me. I like it. Very Daenerys of you. Electrician. Engage with people in the live chat in a slightly less creepy way, please. Thin ice is where you are currently standing. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Wands. This person finds you very attractive. The thing is, this is not someone who gets excited about a potential union or falling in love with someone based on looks alone. They have more requirements that are more intellectual or spiritual, emotional. It's like, okay, so you don't look like a thumb. You made it to the next level. It's great if you have the physical appearance that, you know, entices. But what I really want to know is, are you genuine? Are you trustworthy? Do you understand accountability? Do you know what you want from life? That's what's really important to this person, and they feel like you offer that as well. Hey, thank you, Stacko. I appreciate that. I think, you know, maybe you meant that as an insult, but I'm over here laughing about it. Hello, Liam. How are you doing? Hello, Frederick. How are the aliens today? Hello, 70. What's up? I mean, what's up? Sorry, I was reading. That's not creepy at all, electrician. All right, so we have the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So I've been guarded because there have been a number of times where I thought maybe I had found somebody that I wanted to pursue romantically, but then I found out they were wearing a mask, or, you know, we disagreed on something really important. They've been living a life of solitude. Page of Cups in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm being cautious. I don't want to move too quickly towards you. Because the reality is, I don't know if maybe I'm just so hopeful that I'm ignoring some warning signs. But they keep thinking about you. They want to see you again. But they feel like it's difficult to focus. They feel like it's increasingly challenging for them to be able to do what normally took up most of their day. Working, hanging out with family or friends. Maybe they have a hobby. Maybe they like to write. Maybe they're really involved at the gym. This is someone who feels like you keep entering their thoughts because they want to know whether or not this is working out or will work out. Hello, Rider Storm. I hope that is a reference to The Doors. Hello, Michael. How you doing? Ooh, Carla. That's good, right? Oh, Carla, you are so sweet. I would be very happy to hear that things are going well for you. No worries, Rachel. So we have the World, the King of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who removed themselves from the dating world. I feel like meeting you is a fluke. Like maybe they tried to cancel or like delete their dating app profile. Maybe they were, you know, kind of sending out the vibe like, I'm not interested in talking to anyone, like leave me alone. It's like you get through even though this person had kind of closed up shop. Like if you'd ever been the one who was responsible for locking the shop door and then you forget to, so someone shows up after closing, that's how you are to this person in terms of romance. They were like, I was ready to just like call it a day, and then somehow you got through. And now I'm over here thinking you're the person I'm supposed to be with. Because with the world, it's like there's something about you that checks all of the boxes. They find it to be a little bit difficult to believe, but they're also hopeful that maybe it's because they did right by their healing and karma wants them to, you know, finally experience a happy, healthy connection. So yes, they might be a little bit reserved. They may even be just a little bit of a pessimist, but you have them feeling like the optimist. You have them feeling like maybe everything else didn't work out because I was supposed to fall for you. They see you as this King of Cups, doesn't matter what your gender is. They see you as emotionally mature. So maybe I've rejected all these other people, or maybe I was still on my own so that when I encountered you, I would be available. Maybe things worked out the way they did for a reason. All right, this is the... Hold on. I can't get all of the cards. Are you serious? Okay, well, it is in part because there's 100 cards in this tarot deck, which is highly unusual. And I may end up having to look at the book. So I'm just going to get it a little bit more accessible here. So this is called the Transformational Tarot, by the way. All right, let's see what we've got. Hello, Jorge. How are you doing? That sounds good, Carla. Hey, Tiana. How's your day going? I know, right? It's by Shirley Gotthold. I'm probably saying that wrong. Maybe it's Gotthold. Hello, D30. What is up? All right, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Empress. So this is someone who has a balance in their life, largely because they do not entertain toxic energy. And this is someone who has gone through a lot of healing, learned from a lot of different situations, and figured out how to focus and prioritize the things in their life that really matter. This is why they've been so protective or a little bit of a hermit, right? I don't want to let just any old energy into my life, because then it might offset the balance that I've worked diligently to set up for myself. So I don't connect with any old person, right? It has to be someone that I feel like has also been working on their healing. We have the Three of Wands, the Emperor, and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. So I just pulled the Empress, and now we also have the Emperor. And I feel like this is simultaneously a reference to the fact that both of you seem to have very balanced energy, but also the fact that this Emperor is looking towards the Empress. This is someone who is taking the relationship very seriously, or this chemistry between the two of you very seriously. What do I need to do to get to know you better? I want to make sure that there's room in my life for you, because I feel like there could be a long-term relationship here. So this is someone who wants to plan another date, someone who wants to get to know you. I don't feel like there would be a rush with the physical intimacy, because they take that seriously as well. Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's like I've been able to be, you know, rather focused on the things that are important to me in my life. I've had a bit of a guard up because I didn't want to get caught in a relationship that wasn't right for me, but you seem to be exactly what I've been hoping I would find. So you drive them crazy in a beautiful way. Hello, Ruth. How are you doing? It is a full moon tonight. Hello, how's it going, Lee? I hope you're having a good day. Let me add that for you. For Sage week ahead. Absolutely. Thank you, Lee. Oh, well, I hope everyone that you encounter is careful around you, Tiana. That sounds dangerous. Hey, Mike. How are you? You wanna start off on a better foot than that? Because real talk, I have a really cool sign. I don't know if I really want to take it off the wall, but it says the witch is in, and then the in part I can like twist around so it says out. But if you mean it in a mean way, you can just like see yourself out. Okay. Wow, we've got the tier. And you're like, what is that, Carmen? If you see it on the card, does that help? It's the person who drives the chariot. And then we have the Reformer of Cups. There's a butt on this card, so I don't know if I can show it to you. I'll just cover the butt for you. I know. You really wanted to see it. It's okay. Ooh, we got the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. Let me just make sure I'm right on the Reformer of Cups. Oh, Lord, this is a big book. Hold, please. Excuse me, where's the Reformer of Cups, please? This book smells good. You know how books have that smell? This is like better than that. I don't know if I can find this. Let me go to the beginning. Or do I have to go to the end? Tell me about the Reformer of Cups. I could make an educated guess. Yo, this might take too long. Will you forgive me if I make an educated guess? Oh, wait. Hold on. We're in the cups here, I think. Nope, this is the nines. Why would you do this to me? Okay, there's like a map in the back. Maybe this will help me out, you guys. And if you're over here thinking, I don't know what I'm doing, it's because this has 22 more cards than normally it would. Okay, so they have it after the Tower. Does that help me at all? I don't know if it does. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go with, if it's called the Reformer, it's not the Transformer. Let's just be clear. I feel like this is someone who has worked through their healing, okay? Someone who appreciates how to deal with their emotions, because cups are emotions. Then we have the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. Hey, you want to try that again, Bob? Although it is kind of funny that you said that. It just makes me think of Key and Peele, where they're saying, I just want to know where the dookie go. Oh, shoot. I missed a tip from Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I've added that for you. Hello, Tabitha. And, you know, when I was younger, I didn't like my name, but now I love it. Hello, CTF. How we doing? Hello, Jacob. Mike, I have 2 visible tattoos. I don't know which one you're talking about. But it was probably this one. It's just a skeleton holding a cat. I shouldn't say just, because it was like, it's very me. Hello, Ikra, how are you doing? I hope I said that right. You can put your question in a super chat if you would like me to add it to the list. Rachel, we are still on general. And then this is Bast, which is from Egyptian, do we want to say like mythology? She is the goddess of protection. And we also have her right here. So, this is great. It happens, Rachel, no worries. I don't want to see that. Honestly, Mike, I don't have any recommendations. I think that's a very personal journey. And all I would say is maybe watch The Craft so that you know to only work with good intentions. Hello, Brooklyn. How are you doing? Hello, Anne. I hope you're having a good day. Let me add that for you. Thank you for the tip. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Am I going to move to Ireland? Very nice. So we also have the Ten of Swords and the Lovers. What do I need to wrap up or deal with, close out before I can be in this romantic relationship that maybe I wasn't certain would actually come my way? This is someone who's figuring it out because they feel like this is the love they've been waiting for. Because I want to be able to, you know, ask you to be in a relationship. I want to be able to move forward. I feel like this is someone clearing a space for you in their life. I love that for you. All right, let's see what we get from the Love Oracle. And then after that, we will start on the personal questions. Hello, Nick. We don't need to do the hot thing. Let's just call me Carmen, please. Oh, I hope it hits you too, Redbeard. Hey, Brooklyn, if you missed me saying hello, you could always just rewind it, you know. What else do we have? This is someone who has felt left out or has been on their own for much of their life. They've gotten quite accustomed to doing things by themselves. They've been withdrawn in large part because working on yourself or going through that ego death or spiritual awakening, it can result in feeling like other people can be a bit abrasive or difficult to tolerate, that toxic energy. But they see that you are similar. They see that you have gone through things and learned. Interesting how similar these cards are. So they have dealt with a lot of deception or trickery. Look at even the lampposts are the same. But they feel like this is their opportunity in love. They feel like you are the person they've been hoping to encounter. So they're changing their energy. They want to be more open-minded and not as quick to push people away. They're making sure that they have done the forgiveness work or the healing work that they need to, because they have been very hopeful that they could encounter someone with your energy. It looks like they had a lot of work to do in their youth to let go of some negative energy, maybe even a curse that was placed on them. But now we have this peaceful energy that makes them feel like they are ready to be in a committed relationship with someone like you. So this is someone who felt initially that love was a distraction, but now they're over here thinking about you a ton. They don't see themselves being with anybody else. They feel like you are their soulmate. So they're going to do what they can to make room in their life for you, even though previously they had pretty much just accepted that it wasn't going to work out. They want to see if it's real because they want to be able to tell friends or family about you. It's been a little bit too early for them to do that so far. All right, let's see what we've got for Carla. This is the, hold on, it's in my brain somewhere. Marseille Cat Tarot. I found it, you guys. Hello, Algan. How are you doing? Hey, Rajiv. You can be respectful in the live chat or I'm going to block you forever. Do not call me mom and do not be insulting. I will block you, okay? Oh, and then you want to ask me for a freebie. That's really adorable. Watch it. Because you're on my last nerve right now, okay? All right, cool. We gonna just say goodbye. Because you've already been disrespectful in my live chat. You can go find another tarot channel, okay, hon? Hello, Dana. How are you doing? Hello, Mrs. Bobbler. How are you doing? Yes, I don't like being called mom. It's not my thing. Hello. And Mike, for the record, Rajiv had already been disrespectful in previous live chats. I have a good memory, like a steel trap. So, little piece of advice, don't do that. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing? What are Jeremy's intentions? What are Jeremy's true intentions towards Carla, please? What did you say your favorite card was? Was it Temperance? Ooh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. True intentions, Temperance. I want to bring you peace. I want to make you happy. We have the Page of Pentacles, Death, and the Knight of Pentacles. If things change, I want to be supportive. This is someone who's going to invest in you. This is someone who wants the long term. This is someone who wants to be supportive to you if difficulty comes forward or happens. This is someone who puts in the time or the work with the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant and the Seven of Wands. In the reverse, this is somebody who feels like they could be vulnerable with you. They want a long-term relationship. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords, though. They don't want to hide anything. They feel like maybe you and maybe both of you have had to be a little bit to yourselves. They have felt like previous connections didn't work out because there was no alignment. But with you, it's like you make this person feel like emotionally connected. All right, but I need to know why we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. What is that? So there is a concern here in terms of whether or not you're still connected to other people. So Jeremy is interested in a long-term relationship, but wants to make sure that you're not still connected to any exes. So I feel like this is because there was a previous experience that Jeremy would have gone through where someone was not being honest about who they were still connected to or talking to. So it's important to figure out if you are truly single and not dealing with a roster. Hey Joshua, I don't know you at all, so please don't ask if you can be a moderator. That's weird. It's like asking to be in a relationship with somebody that you just met on the street. My day is going well. Thanks, electrician. Oh, thank you, Third Eye. I've been told it's a little bit off-putting that I smile when I'm angry. I can stay calm and still assert what's going on or what needs to be happening, right? Hello, Sassy. I love the username. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I do personal questions based on who does super chats or donates memberships to others in the live chat. But I would also just let you know, if you subscribe, that puts us a little bit closer to 25,000 subscribers. And once I hit 25,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a live stream where I give away free personal readings, or do free personal questions, I should say. So that would help, and be mindful of when I hit that 25,000 mark. I think I'm like maybe 30 or so away. No, 230 away from 25,000. Hello, Lola. How are you doing? Interesting question. I don't think I would like being the last person on Earth, but the first thing I would do is probably similar to that Twilight episode with, oh gosh, what's his name? I can picture him. Is his name Bernard? I can't remember. I think the episode is called The Vault, where the world does end and he finally has time to read all the books that he wants to read. Hello, Vision. How are you doing? All right. So, Carla, this is someone who wants to be serious. They have good intentions, but I also feel like there's a little bit of nervousness because Jeremy has dealt with people who are not honest. So it's like I want to figure you out, right? I want to see if I can trust you. Thank you for the flower, Ezio. You are also up next for the personal questions. So let's see. We shall go with the Tarot of Japanese Poetry, and I should also warn you all that my stomach is growling, so if you hear a stomach growl, you are welcome to make fun of me. Hello, Tammy. How are you doing? If you would like me to pull some cards, you can put your question in a super chat, please. All right, so for Ezio, how to clear the blockage connected to addictions regarding financial restraint. What does Ezio need to know regarding clearing out the addictions that cause financial restraint? So we have the Seven of Summer, which would be the Seven of Wands, and the Six of Spring or Six of Cups in the reverse. This is telling me that there are toxic energies around you that you need to block, or that there are people that influence you and you could block that out or no longer be influenced by it. So I had a close friend years ago, and when I quit drinking, it was too much during COVID because I couldn't hang out with anybody. We were doing like happy hours on Zoom, and I was like, I don't like how this is going. Like, I feel like drinking with others makes sense, but drinking by myself made me feel uncomfortable. So I stopped drinking. And then after like COVID's, slowed down or whatever, talked about potentially hanging out with this friend, and I was like, what are we gonna do? Like, I guess I could go to a bar, but I don't really want to. And what, like drink a Dr. Pepper, I guess. But I started to realize by no longer partaking in liquor just how much of the social interaction would be totally different, because I couldn't enjoy that with them, right? There's something here about reframing your social community because of the intentions that you have or the forward movement that you're seeking. Because there are some people who will not know how to interact with you if you're not partaking in these things, right? So who is it that you have a connection to that is dependent upon those behaviors? Is there a possibility for changing that or shifting that, or no? We have the Princess of Autumn or the Princess of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Two of Autumn or Two of Pentacles. There is a shift happening for you with regards to social connections. And this is something that aids you in moving forward and having different activities or different expenditures of energy, right? What do you want to invest in? Hang out with people who also care about those things. We have the Queen of Winter or the Queen of Swords. It may be difficult for you thinking about what needs to change in terms of the social environment you find yourself in, but there will be people who support you in terms of making these changes, and there will be people who don't understand you. And it may seem difficult to walk away from people because of those behaviors, but we tend to become who we hang around, right? Yeah, I'm not out here to be like super judgy of how people live their life, but if you're looking to make changes and those behaviors that you're looking to step away from are like core for the people that you spend time with, then you got to ask yourself if that is making it difficult for you to be successful in the changes you would like to make for yourself. Yeah. So there's a change in terms of your social situation, the people that you are close to, the groups that you run in, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I see there being someone else that you connect to that has a similar focus. Maybe you want to spend more time with people who are at the gym. Maybe you want to spend more time outside. Maybe you're going to meet some people who like to bird watch. But it may be that you go through a little bit of like a quiet period in terms of connecting with other people, and then you get to a point where you start meeting new people that are aligned more closely with this new energy. Hello, Foxy. How are you doing? Welcome. Hello, Almost. What's up? You're welcome, Ezio. I'm wishing you a lot of healing and happy energy. Being in nature is always helpful in times of transition. I think nature is critical in terms of feeling grounded, especially when you're making changes. All right, so let's see what we've got for Sapphire. We're going to go with the, hold on, Stained Glass Tarot. I almost dropped it. Hello, Your Roots, what's up? It's true. Hello, BSD. I appreciate your compliment. I have a small obsession with eyeshadow. I also like to paint, and I had someone ask me how I could fade the paint so well, and I was like, well, I've been doing eyeshadow for like a long time. So it translates. Hello, Neon. How are you doing? Yes, I love that, Rachel. Hello, Tracker. How are you doing? Finger paint. Hey, Ramen, you want to be a little bit more, you want to chill a little bit? First of all, you're using all capitalized letters, and I don't know who you're barking at. But you're barking up the wrong tree. Hey, all right. Yes, I agree, Third Eye. Go hug a tree. All right, Sapphire, we've got Will I Earn Bachelor's in Biology. Yes. Will it be easy? No. But you will. You will accomplish it. What I love about this Tower card is that unlike many other Tower cards, it is still standing even though it is literally on fire. So it will be demanding, it will be challenging, but you have more than enough to be able to make it work. So stick with it, and I feel like you will be very successful. We also have the Hermit. This is one of the smartest people in the tarot deck. You may feel like you're losing out on some social opportunities in order to make sure that you get to that bachelor's degree. It'll be worth it, and you'll also make some lifelong friends. That's awesome, Tracker. I was just talking to my friend about how I don't know if I would survive in Australia because of big spiders. I would be scared. I would be terrified. And then it was like, well, but the huntsman spiders, they just eat the other scary things, and they're not actually that scary. And I'm like, but they're as big as my face, or like bigger. I would be scared. Thank you, Sassy. We got need to know with love and finances. I've got that for you. Thank you. All right, what else do we have with regards to when the bachelor's in biology will be earned by Sapphire, please? So we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This is number 10. Number 10 could be important, but more so what I see is there could be a little bit of a hiccup here or a little bit of a delay. How does, thank you, Lee, X react in court July 1? I've added that for you. Thank you, Lee. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you, Tracker. Oh, I love that. I've watched a few Australian-made movies. Not that that makes me an expert in any way, but there's something that is so mysterious and lovely about Australia. I hope I get to visit it someday. So Sapphire, we've got the Queen of Pentacles indicating a need for patience. So there could be a delay. There could be something that takes longer than you expect, but stay with it. Stay loyal to it. You will still achieve that degree. Queen of Swords, I see a mentor helping you. So if there's a professor or someone who perhaps has like walked the path that you're walking previously to you, someone here helps you to stay on track or helps you to figure out the right plan that you need to be able to be successful. But with the Page of Wands in the reverse, I do feel like this is like if I was expecting to graduate in June, I actually end up graduating in September or October. There is a bit of a delay. I do feel like it would be by a few months. We have the Fool in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. So even though there is some sort of setback or maybe you have to redo a class, you still get the degree, Ace of Pentacles. Thank you, Ezio. Let me add that for you. Will I ever have a chance with Dreadhead? I have added that for you. Thank you, Ezio. Hello, Fernando. How are you doing? It's not what you were taught. That's a valid question. The fact is that it's just an inkling. Each card has like 5 different possible meanings, 10 if you think about the fact that it can also be in the reverse. But at the end of the day, it's the intuition that comes through. So I hear things, I see things that are basically prompted by the art that I see on the tarot cards or the meanings that each card has. So it's more than just the cards themselves, right? Just like when you meet a person, you hear the words that are coming out of their mouth, but you're also paying attention to things like their body language, right? So there's a contextual element, right? Yeah, see, the art is some of my favorite elements of tarot cards. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have a little bit of a collection. And the different types of tarot decks that I use will have a different interpretation. And I do believe I get pulled to a different type of tarot deck based on those artistic renderings, right? So with regards to win, Sapphire, stay with it, stay determined. I do feel like there's a mentor that helps you cross the finish line. I do feel like there's a delay and it'll be a couple months or like within a year of when you originally thought you would have graduated. Yes, third eye. That's the best part. So is there going to be a success for Sapphire in either of the competitions? Yes. One of them. And I feel like the other day we found that there was some sort of like the fix is in kind of situation where maybe there was a lack of unbiased judgment in a competition. But I do feel like there's one competition here where you do quite well. Be cautious though, there's someone here who is going to be a bit angry or jealous. So you might deal with some pushback or some fallout with a person because they're jealous. Thank you, Redbeard. I appreciate you. I would think that's fair, third eye. Hello, Captain. Captain Seahorse? I feel like you've been in here before, but I didn't see that there was Seahorse in the end. That's great. I love it. Yes, it does. Very much so. Tracker, generally what I see is fear. Generally what I see is lack of assuredness. Sometimes it's ego. But yeah, I think you can tell a lot looking into somebody's eyes when you're talking to them. All right, so for Sapphire, we have, does my ex G still think of me? Thank you for your patience, Sapphire. I know I've been updated or interrupted a few times. I just want to make sure I say hi to people. Does your ex think of you? Yes. G specifically? Yes. Day and night, not just one. And we have the Two of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So G felt like it would be easier to walk away from this relationship than it has been. With the Two of Wands in the reverse, it's like I had plans or I felt like it would be easy to move on to the next thing, but I was wrong. Ace of Swords in the reverse. There are people who have been compared to you by your ex. Like, yeah, you're great and all, but you're not as funny as Sapphire. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's difficult to invest in others because they get compared to you. Like, yeah, you're good looking or whatever, but Sapphire's better. There's comparison. All right, let's see what we've got for Lee. And Lee, I'm going to do both of your questions grouped together. So what will be the week ahead? What will it be like for Sage, please? Hello, James. How are you doing? Oh, I sure hope so, Natalie. And also for you, Foxy, if y'all want me to pull some cards for you, please put your request in a super chat. Hello, Sky Marie. How are you doing? I do like to do freebies every now and then, but my stomach is already growling, so forgive me. Hey, Rahul, I think we are at the end of the road. I hope you find a different YouTube channel or maybe just like a reason to be kind to people. That would be great. What will the week ahead be like for Sage, please? Strength. The Page of Cups in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. Devil in the reverse and the King of Cups in the reverse. I feel like it's going to be difficult. I feel like she's getting tested. And by that, I mean similar to what happened in terms of your ex not really being very kind and wanting to like kind of make her feel bad for asking a question that hurt his feelings. Kind of sounds to me like your ex doesn't know how to parent. But this looks to me like we have a desire to kind of keep people away, right? With the dragon underground like that. So like earbuds in, doors shut, leave me alone kind of energy. But there seems to be a very immature energy here. I don't think it's you. I think it's your ex. It may even be people at school. Doesn't she do like a summer program? Or other family? But there's someone here who's really getting under her skin or trying to get under her skin. That's what really irritates me about it. But we've got Devil in the reverse, confirming that strength energy at the beginning. It's like, I'm trying to block you out. I don't want to listen to what you have to say. You know, like, I appreciate that things get a little bit difficult for people. And I know they're trying to like upset me, but I can block them out. She's trying to block someone out this week. King of Swords in the reverse. But I do feel like there is a moment where it's like, okay, you seem to be really determined to be obnoxious. So let's do this. And I feel like she returned some of this energy. Like, why do you have to be obnoxious all the time? Could you just like shut up? I don't think it's very patient energy, but it's like because she's taken up so much of her energy to try to be patient up until that point, right? Hello, Zen. Hello, Art Zona. Hello, Hanetta. How are you doing? Thank you, Sky Marie. I appreciate it. Art Zona, my coolest shuffle. I don't know, man. I'm weird in how I shuffle. Enjoy that or like don't. I don't try to do it any different. That's just how it goes. Let me add Natalie's question real quick. Thank you, Natalie. Is he going to... I'm going to say put in effort if that's okay for you. For our relationship. And Natalie, is it okay if I interpret that last part of your question as, will he be open? Like, vulnerable or connected? But you let me know if I'm interpreting that incorrectly, please. Hello, Castel. How are you doing? So the last little part of this question for you, Lee, is we've got the High Priestess in the reverse and the Four of Swords. I think she's going to be seeking out a lot of solitary time because she's irritated by people. She might get irritated by you in part because she's already been stressed out by others, but she wants time to herself. Is that for the best? A little bit of time out? Yeah. I do think it's good to try to get her outside more often, as long as it's not as hot there as it is here, I suppose. But she wants time to herself. I hope she's journaling. I hope it's not just like social media consumption. But if she's able to put her energy into something that helps her to express her emotions, that's why I like art, writing, painting, and even dance. That's going to be much more helpful for her than just sitting and stewing in that energy. So encourage that as much as you can, because otherwise she's like bottling up all of this negative energy, and it could cause an outburst or cause things to be more difficult than they need to be. And how does the ex react in court on July 1st? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Sun in the reverse. Like a little baby. I could be a little bit more respectful in that response, but literally the Sun can be a little boy, right? And it's in the reverse, so it's like meh. And Eight of Pentacles being in the reverse, this is like somebody who just doesn't get it. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like he's just trying to blame you for everything. Like, hey, you missed a spot when you were shaving your beard. It's Lee's fault. Bro, it's your responsibility, okay? Do you have help, like, wiping your butt, too? He's going to try to blame you for something that is so not your fault. And he's going to act like a 9-year-old. So, shocker, he's not going to be very mature in court, but this is good for you. Why? Because then people will see that he probably needs to be like adopted himself because he doesn't have the maturity required, right? Anyways, I wish him healing. I wish that he could step up, right? But it's going to be probably for the best that his immaturity is on display. I don't think anyone has seen me do that, Redbeard. I don't know if I should be insulted, Third Eye. And thank you for confirming, Natalie. I appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes you feel pain in your heart when you're trying to do something good. I would say that's just probably influence from other people. Mike, do you not know what the shield means? And Autumn, I appreciate that. Hello, Becky. How are you doing? It's probably because Mike doesn't know who Rachel is. That's fair. It's okay, Rachel. Please don't feel bad about that. For an edit? What do you mean, Perks? All right. Lee, I'm wishing you luck. I hope things go your way this week. Let's see what we've got from Melissa. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. And thank you for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me. If I'm just naming like any random car, I'm going to go with the Chevelle. Hello, praise God. No, these are tarot decks, but I have asked or been asked before if they were guitar pedals. All right, so for Melissa, what is coming up for Melissa this week, please? What is coming up this week for Melissa? We have the Princess of Swords, the Universe, which is the World card, Judgment in the reverse. I love this card because they spelled judgment correctly. We have the Fool and we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this is being able to move on after an argument or a lot of toxic, chaotic energy. Because notice the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, she got her eye closed. It's like, sure, there's chaos going on out here. It's a little bit like Fiona Apple's music video, Across the Universe. I love that music video. But she's there with headphones on, and there's a lot like flying across the room, and she's just like listening to your music, like la la la, whatever. So I see you being able to tune out a lot of BS, right? You're focusing on the things that are important to you, and you are controlling the energy around you in a very positive way. So letting go or blocking someone or just tuning them out, right? Because with Judgment in the reverse, you know that this connection or this person or even just this drama is not for you, and you don't need to be like dealing with it. We have the Fool and the Five of Wands in the reverse, in part because you are generating like new connections or pivoting in a different direction. And it's good for you in terms of being able to be more introspective, but also just like avoid some drama that is not, like, you don't need to be doing that. Yes, I'm well aware, praise God. Hello, Bumblebee, what's up? You can put your request in a super chat and I will add you to the list, or you can donate a membership to someone else in the live chat. I also do long form private readings with no ads, if you want to email me about that. Hello, Shri. All you gotta do is start from the beginning and then you will get a collective reading. Oh, Bumblebee, if that's true, I'm happy to do one for you. But I'm glad you're finding that some of it has already resonated for you. Skydive. Oh, I don't know about that. Bumblebee, the general readings are always free. The shorts are always free. But if you want a personalized reading, then yes, you would want to do a super chat. Hello, Joshua. What's up? Excellent, Melissa. Anything else for Melissa, please? King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Prince or Knight of Swords, and the Lovers. I feel like you're able to create stability and avoid a loss by navigating in a different direction. So there is a decision coming up for you in the week ahead. And I feel like you know exactly what decision to make. So this is confirmation. You know which direction makes sense for you. Make that decision. I can't show you the Lovers card because they are super naked. Really naked. Sorry. All right. I hope that helps, Melissa, and I hope you get some abundant energy in your life this week. Hello, Clifford. How are you doing? Hello, Marie. I hope you're having a good day. And thank you, everyone, for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Next up, we have Anne. Anne is asking, am I going to move to Ireland? I see you moving to Ireland. And I love that this card is the Six of Wands. This talks about victory, but there's also a lot of green on this card. And when I think of Ireland, I think of green. Three of Wands in the reverse and the Four of Swords. This experience in Ireland is going to be so transformative for you. I feel like there's a little bit of a doubt that happens before you actually make it work, where you're not sure if you can pull it off. I want you to know that this time in Ireland is something you'll never forget, something that helps you to feel more grounded or more self-aware. And you also encounter some incredible people. Now, I've never been to Ireland, but it is absolutely on my list. And some of the people that I've encountered in my life, the most like incredible or like super entertaining have been Irish. I feel like there is a sense of belonging that you encounter in Ireland. Like, I don't know how long I've been here, but I always feel like I was always supposed to be here. So you have a strong tie. And it helps you to kind of flesh out more of who you are, what you want to be, where you want to go. It's a very pivotal part of your life. We have the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess in the reverse. If you start to feel disconnected or even lost wherever you currently are, that's the universe like preparing you to move forward towards Ireland. Will it be in 2026? No, I feel like it's the beginning of next year. So do what you need to get prepared. You're going to feel almost like the universe is kicking you out of your current spot because it supports you in moving towards Ireland. But I do feel like it's going to be maybe even something you want to journal every day for, because you may end up writing a book about it. But it's going to be something that helps you gain a new perspective in life. I love that for you. So you don't have to pack quite yet, but you do want to start getting the process sorted or started, right? Let's see what we've got for Sassy. This is the Santa Muerte Tarot. You're welcome, Anne. So for Sassy, we've got, what do I need to know with regards to love and money? We'll do love first for you, Sassy. What does Sassy need to know with regards to love, please? I see two people interested in you, either currently or in the very near future. One of them I don't like. One of them I don't trust. This person comes through as the Queen of Wands in the reverse. That is not directly correlated to anyone's gender, but it is an energy that I don't care for. This is somebody who love bombs. This is someone who is insecure, and in order to deal with that insecurity, they rely heavily on external validation. So I like attention, I like to flirt with people, and maybe can't really be super focused on commitment, you know? So I can talk a big game, I can future build with you, I can daydream with you, but when it comes to actually being a reliable partner, this person's like they don't get it. Four of Swords in the reverse. They don't prioritize healing, or they don't know what accountability is. And you deserve someone who does know how to be held accountable, or someone who does know how to be respectful towards you. This person talks a lot and doesn't say anything. Like, they just hope that you're focusing on the random stuff that's coming out of their face so that you think that they actually know what they're talking about. But I feel like you would look at this person and be like 60 words, but what did you actually say? It's just all fluff. Sorry. I tend to be a little bit blunt, but I don't like this person. The other person, we have the Hierophant and the King of Cups. I like this one. This would be a new person. I don't think you know this person yet, or you don't know them very well, but they know how to be in a relationship. They are comfortable with their emotions. They know how to communicate. I do feel like you would be particularly attracted to this person. But the question mark here is you may be a little bit distracted or frustrated when you encounter this person. I see basically like confusing the energy. So you're picking up on perhaps this ex's energy who's toxic, and you may think that the new person is toxic. Thank you, Dracula. The new person is not toxic. It's just that you want to make sure you clear out the old energy. So I want you to make sure you forgive the ex. I know there are people out there that are like, whatever, they don't deserve my forgiveness. You deserve to no longer have to carry their energy around. That's why you forgive them. Let go of that ex. Don't let them block up your energy at all, so that when you meet this King of Cups, you're ready and you can see their energy clearly. Because I feel like this is someone who has gone through a lot, but they have gone through a spiritual awakening and they know how to approach you. What's the timeline for the new person? It's on you. When you heal from the ex, your energy, your healed energy, draws in that person. So you are the trigger for that person coming into your life. So maybe later today you say, I release this person, I release this person, I release them, I forgive them. And then the universe is like, but we're going to send that new person in. But it's tied to, you got to actually make some effort towards this healing energy, right? And you got to do it comprehensively. Because you might say, I release this person, but then you still go and look at their social media. And that would lead to you being confused when the new person comes in. Because you're still thinking about that old person. Just like banish them. It's true. Hello, Inspiration. How are you doing today? Thank you for the red card, Emily. I hope you're having a good one. All right, Sassy, I'm wishing you luck, and I'm proud of you for being able to recognize... Oh, wait, we got to figure out money. Proud of you for being able to recognize that the ex is not it. What else do we have for Sassy regarding finances, please? Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles? I like that. Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. There's an opportunity coming towards you that requires you to walk away from something that seems like a sure bet. But I feel like the thing that you think is certain is a little bit less reliable than you expect. So is this saying go for the new offer? Yes. You will be more successful and more financially stable with this new offer. It may feel a little bit uncomfortable, but whenever you start a new job, it's like, hey, I'm the new guy, I don't know what I'm doing. That's normal. But this is part of your karma to get this new job that pays you better. This is something that this is likely October, November timeframe. But it's a little bit scary to walk away from something that seems like certain. So that's okay. That sounds good, Sassy. Hello, Cardinal. How you doing? Hello, Indra. What's up? Does sassy go to the opportunity, or does it come in for sassy? It's something that you hear about and then you apply, right? I don't feel like you're out here searching for it. You become aware of it and feel like that might be it. So it's a little bit of both, right? I don't feel like there's a headhunter who's like, hey, you're the perfect person, we need to hire you like tomorrow. But I do feel like some happenstance makes you aware of this company. And then you go and inquire or apply. All right, this is the Cat's Eye Tarot. We're going to see what we've got for Ezio. Will I ever have a chance with Dreadhead? Hey, Sky Marie, I definitely get different vibes for different people. And even like different energy within a reading for one person, because I'm pulling on like the ex. I don't know if you saw how I got a little bit aggressive. Like, I don't like this person. Because I was picking up on the unreliable, like, love bomby energy. And I think we've all encountered somebody who's love bomby and sucks at accountability. Just makes you go, bleh. I'm proud of you, Sassy. You're making good movements, forward movement. Hello, Magic. How are you doing? It happens, Third Eye. Will Ezio ever have a chance with Dreadhead? This is saying no. 2 of Cups in the reverse. Judgment. The World. There's like either incompatibility or like someone else in the equation. Is this someone else that is meant for Ezio? Yeah, there is someone here who is a better match for you. So you might think Dreadhead's the right match, whether this is love or work. But there's something that is a better fit for you. This is why we don't do the like love spell on a particular person, right? When you do a manifestation of love, you're telling the universe, I'm ready for some love, send me what you got. And it's probably better than the person that you would have chosen for yourself, right? This is saying there's someone, I don't think you know this, or I don't think you know of this opportunity yet, but it is about to present itself, and it is a better situation for you than you understand Dreadhead to be. So give it some time, treat yourself, focus on yourself, and something else that is better is going to present itself. Because Temperance is like the perfect balance. It's like being a former bartender, I would liken it to that perfectly balanced beverage, right? You're mixing some pretty strong, gin, for example. You got to find a good balance for it. This is something that's going to make you realize why the Dreadhead thing doesn't work out. Indra, I've asked you multiple times to please put your question in the super chat. Why don't you do it? Please? It's like you never do it. It's really irritating because it's harder to find your comment when it's not in the super chat. Do you not like me? Do you like making my day harder? You don't want to make it easier for me? Please will you put it in the super chat? I'm going to write it down now, but it's frustrating for me that you don't take it seriously. Okay? Thank you. Veronica. Is she single? If it's about space, I don't need the background. Indra, you give me more background than I need. You could just say, is Veronica single? Okay? I'm sorry, but it's frustrating. Hey, thank you, Magic. I appreciate it. Bumblebee, I think the super chat is the $. Do y'all on the other side of the equation want to explain? Because I have a different setup. Hello, Shay. I don't know you. I don't add moderators for funsies. No, thank you. All right, so we've got, I'm just going to say thank you again to Redbeard and thank you to Dracula for the tips. We've got Natalie up next and then Indra after that. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate you. Hello, Hank. How are you doing? For Natalie, is he going to put in effort for our relationship? I see no. Ace of Swords in the reverse, Nine of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who is not taking seriously the risk of losing you. Someone who feels they can put in minimal effort and you will still go for it. And let me tell you why I hate that, Natalie. You deserve to be loved and respected. And somebody is looking at you like you are the clearance aisle love. Like they don't need to pay full price for you. So the Page of Cups, even though that is an adorable little kitten, right? The Page of Cups is about minimal effort. It can be, you know, an offer in love or an apology, but when we're asking this type of question, this is someone who feels like they don't have to put in much effort, that you're just going to stick around no matter what, and that the end won't really happen. You deserve someone who wants to show you how important you are, not assume that you will always choose them. I once had somebody that I dated, and when I broke up with them, they said, I really thought the only way you'd ever break up with me is if I cheated on you or like hit you. I'm sorry, what? So you thought I didn't respect myself. Okay, noted. This is someone who doesn't think you will actually end the relationship for the multitude of reasons that they give you by not actually putting in the effort. They have some growing up to do. So we have the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Aren't I good enough? Won't you choose me anyways? This person will not learn anything until you show them that you're willing to walk away. So will they ever be open? Is he ever going to be open to Natalie? Yes, but only after you walk away. Now I'm hearing Janet Jackson, don't know what you got till it's gone. When you return the same energy that he gives you, which is to say not putting in much effort, being a little bit like less than concerned, then it happens. So that's kind of strange to me. I feel like you deserve better, right? Let me just pull a few from the Romance Angel Oracle. What else does Natalie need to know about this connection, please? There is a family issue that needs to be dealt with, and this could be on your side as well as his, but part of the issue here is self-respect. The behavior that you accept from other people or the treatment that you accept from other people is a sign of what you think you deserve. And you know you deserve better than this. So when you walk away or when you break up with this person, you're demonstrating, I'm not going to take that treatment. It's like less than what I deserve. It's the same thing as if you were to quit a job because they refused to give you a raise after you had a banner year, right? This is someone who thinks that they don't have to do that and you will still stay. But you deserve better than that. So walk away. Show them it's not good enough. It's the only way they're going to learn, and I'm not even convinced that if they learn, you should go back to them. I think there's someone better out there for you who will take very seriously that losing you would break my heart. Therefore, I want to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. That's how it should be, right? Hello, Anurag. How are you doing? Please don't call me auntie. My name is Carmen. Please call me Carmen. I hope you find healing. All right, let's see what we've got for Indra. What do we want to use? We shall use the Bianco Nero. For Indra, is Veronica single? Is Veronica single? Yes. Although there is somebody interested in Veronica, it doesn't look like there is commitment here. Feels to me like Veronica is focused on Veronica. We have the Chariot, the Moon, the Emperor in the reverse, and Death in the reverse. I do feel like there's still some healing that Veronica needs to go through before things would be like ideal to get into a relationship. It looks to me like Veronica is quick to walk away from a situation. There could be a tendency to blame other people for the issues in the relationship versus acknowledging, hey, maybe I need to like work on that, or maybe I need to change my approach to, you know, that conversation or that idea of commitment. We have the Emperor in the reverse and Death in the reverse. I feel like there's someone that Veronica has not been able to get over. So is the Emperor in the reverse an ex? Yes. Is Veronica still in love with this ex? Yes. Is that ex Indra? She thinks about you. Wonders about you. But I don't think you're the one that she's still like in love with. It's like there's curiosity here. I wonder what would be, you know, potentially possible here. But there's someone that Veronica was in a long-term relationship with, like a longer relationship than perhaps you had, right? Longer entanglement. But right now, it's suggesting that Veronica, yes, single, is not really ready for a long-term commitment. Well, I hope that goes well. Hello, Antonio. How are you doing? Hello, Rabbit. What's up? All right, y'all. I think that was the last tip that I got. Yes, indeed. And I'm getting hungry, and we're almost to 100 minutes, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. And thank you for checking out my candles on Etsy. I will see you